I want to welcome you to Odd News. Tonight, we're at the Italian American Cultural Center in New Orleans, and we're honored to have Dr. Maria Falco, who is the Woman of the Year, to speak to us. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. And by the way, I brought with me my cousin, Thomas Barbieri. He came all the way from Florida just to be with me tonight, and his wife, Lena.
Thomas and Lena, welcome to New Orleans.
I came down here to teach at Loyola, and then I went up to Indiana for 7 years to be academic vice president there after being dean here at Loyola. And then I decided I was going to retire down here because I loved it. The most important thing is that people read and write and study and learn everything about themselves and about the past and about the future. You can learn about the future. You just project into what you want to do, what you want to see happen, and then do it.
Now, languages. You have 6 languages?
I did my PhD dissertation in 6 languages. Yeah.
And language is obviously key.
Oh yeah, because you have to know how to read and write. I mean, the nuns required me to study Latin for 4 years.
I had 4.
All right, Latin, French for 2, German for 2, ach du lieber Himmel. French, Spanish, Italian, German, English. What was the last one? I can't remember. Latin.
You did it in Latin?
Oh yeah, the research for the PhD dissertation got into Latin. So it's still there. I was with the Women's Caucus for Political Science, which was something else again. You see, when I became a professor of political science, women were squashed, okay? In fact, I'm not going to tell you, but one president of a university was doing something, and I gave him a check for $100. I said, sorry, Father, I can't do it right now. I can't give you more than that. He said, that's okay, I never paid you much. I found out later that he paid the guy after me $80,000 more a year than he paid me. We as women were paid less, we were thought of less, and we did more. And the fascinating thing is that I had a meeting at Loyola, and one of these guys who used to be a teacher there when I was there, he was also retired, he came to this meeting and he said, she was the best dean we ever had. And I said, and the guy who was doing the interviews, he said, why did he say that? And I said, well, I started the faculty handbook. Everybody had to know how to go from one step to another, assistant, associate, full, professor. I said, and then I started the faculty assembly, and boy, that really set things off. I even changed the way in which budgets were made, as though everybody had a right to say something about the budget. That just about knocked the hell out of everybody, because it gave the faculty a say. In other words, I'm not just dean sitting on your head, you are coming forward.
This was cutting edge at the time.
Yes, this was very cutting edge, and the fact that a woman should do it was,
yes.
Oh God.
Then your parents, did you have values instilled from your parents that led you on this path?
Well, it was a funny story, because my parents and my grandparents, even to this day, I say, I can't cuss in Italian or English because my grandmother is right here. Even though she died in 1960, and if I cuss in Italian or English, she's going to hit me in the head. So I go, ach du lieber Himmel. She doesn't understand German. I taught, as I said, the politics because I'm a political scientist, and the art because I loved art. I studied at the University of Florence. I fell in love with Italian art. It was incredible. You cannot go to Florence and not fall in love with Italian art.
When you taught Italian history, you gave the purpose, why it happened.
Yeah.
What the results were, you made it happen. You made it real for the people.
I hope I did, yeah. I tried to, because I even had the pictures, and I said, look at all those funny noses on those priests.
Do you have any?
On those cardinals and all those funny noses.
So the humor.
Yeah.
So if you were passing something on to the Italian, it's keeping the Italian humor.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
The tenacity of your grandmother with a little bit of humor.
Geez, yeah, my grandmother, she was so tenacious, wasn't even funny.
And you have it too.
Well, I hope.
Okay. Dr. Falco, I want to thank you again for being on Odd News. And we're having a great evening at the American Italian Cultural Center in New Orleans.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you for inviting me, and I'm delighted to be your guest. And I look forward to seeing it.
It's been great.
Thanks again.
All right.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bella. Ciao. Welcome to the Italian Piazza in New Orleans, Louisiana. And right next door is the American Italian Cultural Center, which hosts numerous events throughout the year and is a great place to read about the Italian history. When you subscribe to Odd News, you'll get updated on all the videos we're making as far as the celebrities that come into New Orleans to talk about Italian culture, the parties, the events, what's going on. It's just a great way to learn about Italian history, the values, and what makes Italian being fun. E parlare italiano.